friends, your favorite besties are back with another episode of No Ma'am. I'm Will, and I'm joined by my podcast co-host in chaos.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Ma'am.
All right, so listen, today we are joined by an extra special guest, a whole moment. This queen made history by being the first to sashay on the very first season of Canada's Drag Race, but she still left a lasting impression. She's a gamer, she's a baddie, and she's an award-winning podcaster. So please welcome to the pod the iconic, the fabulous Juicebox.
Hi. How are you?
I love that. Just hi.
Right?
Hi.
I just love that. So good. Well, welcome. Today we're like really hyped to have you because you're officially our first queen from Canada's Drag Race to join us. So this
Oh,
is a very
really?
special episode. Yeah.
Fun. Have you asked anybody else who said no?
No, I mean, there's a few girls that we asked, but they have to like, reach out to their PR teams, which totally fine. I get it.
What? No, they as if I didn't. So they're lying. We don't have PR fucking teams. Oh, they're probably on the recent season.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. I was just like, those lying whores. Sorry. Recent season girls have to reach out to PR to be able to do podcasts.
Yeah.
But here is my thing. Here is my advice to most girls. Ask for forgiveness. Don't ask for permission. Just do it and then be like, oops, sorry. It's way better that way.
That's literally how I live my life. I just say sorry
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just like
Yes.
saying no to an opportunity because you're like, let me check because they're going to take forever. And then it's like the interest is going to wash away. Just fucking do it. And then just
Yeah.
like figure it out later.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're professionals over here, no ma'am, too. So, like, I told them, I was like, listen, I have a template for everything, okay? This one is organized. So, if you need professional, like, template
No,
for me to send to your PR agent, I will definitely do that.
oh no, I love that. It's mostly like sending it to Crave so they can like get the
Yeah,
okay from Crave. But like,
yeah.
I think it's all bullshit.
Wait, Crave has to approve it? That's
Yeah, Crave approves it, not World of Wonder.
okay.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, World of Wonder has like a little bit of a hand inside
mhm.
of Canada's Drag Race, but it's mostly through Crave.
Okay, got it. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because even look at the name, it's Canada's Drag Race. It's not Drag Race Canada.
yeah. And
So
I
it's
think
it's
it says like presented by Crave or something like that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So Crave has the most hand into it, and then World of Wonder has like is more of like a like they're like the big boss, but it's like you know how like if you work at you work at a store and there's like the district manager who's
Yeah.
never there and he checks in on you and you got to be on your best behavior. It's like
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah, yeah,
that's World of Wonder.
yeah.
Got it.
So, then, like,
Yeah.
the regional director, because the regional director
Yeah.
never shows up.
Never shows up, but then when he does, you're like, okay, look at what we did.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Then they look at the district manager like, so why is your store dirty? I'm
Yeah, 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 yeah,
confused.
yeah, 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 yeah. So why did this person win? Why did this
Yeah,
happen? Yeah, yeah,
yes. Like, what are we doing?
yeah.
Did we not get the fan reception for this winner? But like, I'm confused. But yes, no. Again, you're the first Canada's Drag Race queen to come on the pod, so we're super excited about that. And in classic No Man fashion, we're gonna kick things off with a little game we call This or That. So, Giovanni, hit us with the rules.
Yep. So this is very simple. I'm just give you two options, and whatever your little heart desires, whatever your gut instinct tells you, you choose that one. And being that
Oops.
you're a gamer, and you love board games, which I love board games too, so I was so excited when I saw that. I'm going to keep this board game theme. So I'm just gonna give you some board games, and you just decide which one's your favorite.
Okay, cool. I hope I
Yeah.
know them.
Oh, listen, I went for like ones everyone would know because I could have
Okay.
gone like,
Niche.
Canadian.
yeah, but then I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if you would know them. But like I also did
Okay.
see the episode where you were like talking about them. I was like, she might know them. She might know them.
Yeah, I fuck around with some board games, so I
Yeah,
might know
I
them.
love that. I love that. All right, so we're gonna start off with two classics, Monopoly or Uno. Friendship Destroyers.
Monopoly.
Okay, yeah, I fully support that.
Yeah, Monopoly. Uno's too aggressive.
I mean, I
I
think that's the point, right? Like, that's the whole idea of Uno.
I know, but like I always end up the one who has to pick up like 16 and it like destroys me. I would rather you like steal my money than like have me have a card stack like this. Like that is so discouraging.
Yes, I mean I have had several fights playing Monopoly, but the worst fight I ever
Yes.
had with someone was playing Uno. So
See?
yeah, yeah, it
Yes. My thing is like I know how to be poor. I'm poor. I can be poor. That's fine. That feels comfortable. I don't want to have 8,000. I don't have the whole deck in my hand. I got little hands.
That, very that. It's so discouraging too when they just keep giving you +4 and you see everybody with like two cards and you're just here like having to use both your hands to hold them.
And they're like, "Can you finish your turn?" And you're like, "Yeah, I just need to go through the whole deck first. Get
Give me
fucked. Let
Yeah,
me."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that, very
No, I
that.
mean, Monopoly, like growing up, we loved Monopoly because it
Mm.
was very strategic. You're like, okay, you have to have a strategy. Everyone wants Park Place and Boardwalk. But now I realize how problematic it is because, people have renter insecurities and it tells you to go to jail. So I was like, well, maybe we shouldn't have been playing that game.
I
So
think that's an American thing.
it is true because our rent
Not
is too
her
high
totally
and we
not
don't get paid
American.
enough.
Like
Our
ours
rent
is
is too
expensive,
high.
but you won't go to jail. You'll just be homeless.
Yeah, yeah,
Unhoused. Sorry,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
unhoused.
yeah. But Uno is fun. It's very
Yeah.
aggressive. We love it. I just love giving you like to draw four and then get another draw four and then another one and then
Get
say Uno. Yeah.
fucked.
Wait,
No, I'd be so mad.
real quick question. Adding on to that, Uno, are you one who plays by the rules where it's officially like if you put a +2, you have to take those +2, you cannot stack another +2? Or do you
I'm a
stack it?
stacker. I'm a stacker.
Who go?
I know, I'm a stacker.
Yeah. Who plays
Yeah.
Uno and does not stack?
Yeah,
Me.
you have
Like,
to stack. No,
Me.
you have to
yeah,
stack. Pick up 18, bitch. You
Yes.
know?
yeah.
I mean, yes, it's
That's
fun,
like
but at the
playing
same time,
dominoes and
that's
slamming it on the table. Like, it's the same thing.
My
fair.
thing is like I don't want the game over in 10 minutes. I want the game to last. And if you stack, the game goes so much longer.
Do you?
Mm,
Okay,
yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, you're right. Okay.
because everybody ends up with these like huge stacks of cards because it keeps piling up. And then once somebody gets down to one, then you pile it up on them again, and then they get a big stack again. So it just like elongates the game. That's why I like to stack.
And the fights are more fierce, honestly, when
And
you
the
stack
fights.
and the
Yeah,
fights.
and the fights. And the
All
fights.
right. All right. So second one is a bit of a couple intellectual ones. Guess Who or Clue?
Oh my god. How do you play Guess Who again? Is that the
That's
one
the
where it's like you all have
yeah.
the people and you have to describe it and put down the one?
Hmm.
Yeah, and you'll be like, is does the person have red hair? No? Okay, knock these
Ooh,
down.
I'm gonna pick Guess Who.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
I really want a drag race version of that. Didn't RuPaul release something that
Yeah.
or was that
Here's my thing with a drag race Guess Who. It would be too easy.
Mm,
It's because with Guess Who, it's pretty vague. It's like, does your
true?
person have red hair? Does your person have freckles? This would be like, did your person unjustly win a lip sync in episode 7? Did your person belong not on the main stage winning this? Like, it would be so, like, it would get so niche and everyone would be like, yes. And it would be, people would know exactly who it is. So I
That is
think that's
true.
why
yeah,
they could never do it.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, we could just say something like party and people would know
Adore
exactly what that
Delano.
is. Yeah, exactly that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Done. Ren.
Is your drag queen black? And
Yeah.
it'll be like,
Just Bob the drag queen left.
that's the way. Yeah. Did she win?
Easiest one
Oh,
is
yeah.
easiest one is Georgia cis woman. Only like two queens left.
Oh my God, yes.
Three,
Pandora
three,
Knox.
and Clover Beige from Spania too.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Clover.
Clover. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get to watch the outside of ones.
Yeah.
Listen, here's my thing. If it's subtitled, I don't make it a priority because like Drag Race already is like something that I kind of watch in the background. So if subtitled, I have to be so invested. But I will say France, I watch because Nikki is one of the best hosts
Yes.
in the
Absolutely.
entire Drag Race franchise. Nikki is an incredible host. So I watch France.
Yeah, no, I,
Yeah.
I understand that. There's some seasons that I have not watched because I am a bit of a slow reader. And sometimes those girls talk really fast. So the subtitles will just like scroll on through and I'm like, wait, I didn't even understand what she said. What'd she say?
What happened?
And I need to
Philippines? Brrrr.
Thailand,
It's
girl?
going,
Thailand?
it's so fast. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you say?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Philippines is good though. Like Philippines is a season or is a series that we need to watch. But I haven't watched Belgium and I feel really bad because wasn't that the one that
Rita,
Rita Aga did? And I feel
she did. She did, my sister.
it's like
That's
all
okay.
right, we gotta support. But
I didn't watch it
yes.
either.
No,
Well,
that's
I
so
watched the
bad.
first season.
No,
I watched the first season. I never got around to the
I
second
didn't.
season.
I
No.
didn't. I wrote in the group chat, so happy for you.
I mean, that showed support. Okay. So the next one, physical one, Twister or charades?
like the in me wants to say Twister, but I'm gonna say charade.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I like charades. It's more fun.
I'm a horrible actor or acting out things, so I feel like I hate, not that I would, I hate charades, honestly. But I also don't like
Listen, I've
Twister
got
because
it.
I'm not flexible.
I've got it. Twister at the bathhouse, charades, to Kiki with the girls.
That,
Love that.
love that.
Got
Perfect.
Yes.
it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, thank
Perfect
you. Thank
answer.
you. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, and now one that kind of challenges your dexterity a little bit or your hand-eye coordination, Jenga or Operation.
Jenga.
Yes. Like,
Yes.
I love when they get like so high and then at the bottom there's just like one little block holding everything together.
It's the best.
Also, but I've also had like a giant Jenga follow me and that was not fun.
No, I won't play giant Jenga. They're too big.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of
not
scary,
fun.
honestly.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
big.
Okay, so next one is Scrabble or Pictionary.
Scrabble. I am such a Scrabble girl. I remember my mom bought me the like anniversary Scrabble. So it was like this huge, and it like spun, and it had like the plastic top where they like slid in really nice. And like the pieces were like a really nice varnished wood. And like I played it like all the time. Like anytime someone would want to play Scrabble, I'd be like, my anniversary edition Scrabble, and I would whip that shit. I think I still have it. It's like, I love Scrabble. I also love to spell, surprisingly, like very good at spelling, and I love spelling. So
Yes.
Scrabble is always my tea. Like, love Scrabble.
Oh, we have an
Same. I like
intellectual
to pull out
queen.
the words that nobody, but I also like to pull out the words that nobody knows. And they're like, that's not a word, Will. And I'm like, use the dictionary. It's there.
You whip out the dictionary.
Yep.
Gag. I
See,
love that.
my problem with Scrabble is I'm an overachiever and I always try to go for really big words with like the biggest points, so like X's and Z's.
Mm.
And I always wait around for those that by the time I can finally build that word, everybody has so many more points that it just doesn't even matter at that.
I love an S because then you just make whatever the big word is plural for like a
That.
little bit of extra, a little jush,
Yeah.
just a
Okay. And finally, Battleship or Connect Four?
Connect Four.
Yes.
Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the chance of Battleship. I'm too controlling, and I
Hmm.
need to actually see what's happening to feel like I have a sense of control. Battleship is the Wild West. It's too chaotic. There's no control. I don't understand it. I don't like it.
It definitely, for me, is very nerve-wracking because
Mm.
you're like, oh my God, is this going to be the hit that like they actually hit something? Is this the one where I lose?
Yeah.
But honestly, I also suck at Connect Four.
No, I'm decent at Connect Four. I think I played with Jackson and he like annihilated me. Who did I play with? Or was it my husband that I played with? I played with somebody and they fucking bodied me. Like, just ruined my life. But I still think it's fun.
Yeah, no, that would fully be me. I hate all the new versions they come up with it with like where you like flip it and then like it turns into a different like I don't know. There's so many new ones now, like versions of Connect Four. I like just the classic one.
Yeah. Did you ever see Beyonce playing Connect Four?
No, she's played Connect Four.
No.
Beyonce loves Connect Four.
Oh my God.
And there is an interview out there somewhere where an interviewer brings out Connect Four. This is when Beyonce still did interviews. And you see her face like light up about like being able to play Connect Four, and they play and Beyonce wins.
I need to go look that up right as soon as
It's
we finish
really
filming.
cute. It's super
Same.
cute. She gets really like, oh my God.
Oh,
It's
we
super
love
cute.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We love
'cause we
that.
barely get to see Beyonce in that light.
No, she doesn't do interviews because
Yeah.
she's a genius.
She's good. That is true.
Mhm.
It's funny because I honestly thought when we told you, like, guess who or Clue, I thought you were going to pick Clue because Clue is a gay ass game.
Oh, it's faggy, but like I love Guess Who. Like I love the like I don't know, for me it feels very like I used to play Guess Who a lot when I was a kid and I didn't
Okay.
play a lot of Clue. Clue is like camp and gay and everything, which I get, but like for me it's all about like that like nostalgic feel of a game.
Yeah.
So like that's
Yeah.
why I went with Guess Who, because we had that as a kid.
I mean, Miss Scarlet in the library with the candlestick. It's everything.
Fierce.
Yes. So,
It's fierce and it's cunt, yes,
yes.
but it's
It's
yeah.
so good. I can see that. Okay. That makes sense.
Mhm.
That's also a really good choice. And, we secretly judge, when we do this, the choices that our guests like they make. So yeah.
Judge
But
away,
you
babe.
you make good choices. So you're good.
And I was like, I've had a panic attack on national television, and you could do whatever you want to judge me. I've been through it. You're fine.
She's
I'll
like,
survive.
I'm not worried about these two gays on the screen.
Yeah, like, well,
Gus.
you know that TikTok thing where it's like they say something traumatic that happened to them, and then they're just like, "It's okay if you don't like me." That's very me. Like, I've had a panic attack on national TV. Like, you can not like me. That's fine. You know,
Yeah.
I'll live.
I mean,
I
Giovanni
love
had a
that.
panic attack on our first episode when we
Oh
filmed
yeah.
Oh my
in the
god,
studio.
fun! Isn't it
Yeah.
Yeah.
great when it feels like
And
the whole world is crashing down around you?
Literally, we were filming in the studio. It was like the middle of the session, and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on right now? My heart started racing. I was sweating, but I just had to like suck it up and just, get through it. And Will didn't even
Oh right,
notice.
because you guys do in studio stuff in New York.
mhm.
So you are on camera. Yeah, I get that. It's sometimes it is scary, and then like the pressure of the camera can make it worse.
Yeah. And then after, as soon as we finished filming, I was like, well, I had a full-on panic attack. And he was like, oh shit.
And I
Boots.
was like, I didn't notice. So it's like, you did great.
He's like, I didn't notice a thing. Please. I remember one time me and Cynthia did a live podcast episode, and I had a full blown one, but I was just like, I got so good at like keeping them like locked down that I didn't tell her till after. She was just like, I didn't even see. And I was like, you're welcome, because I was freaking out.
That was funny me though. That first episode we filmed, I was dying inside.
Oh my God. I'm going to go back and watch it. That's fun.
That's
Yes.
if you can spot when I started freaking out internally.
Yeah, you start to see like that little bead of sweat just right here.
Yeah.
It was in 4K, so yes, you can see all of it.
Oh,
So
fierce. I love that.
All right. So let's. Sorry, I messed up. So let's get into it. Being the first one out, that must have been a little bit rough for you.
What?
Can you tell us what you kind of felt in the moment and what that was really like?
Which moment?
So
When they said it, or
yeah,
like give me like a there was so many
well,
feelings.
when they told you you were in the bottom.
When they told me I was in so basically what happened was there was a bunch of us in line, and I
Hmm.
remember I didn't look the best, but my body was tea, so I thought I was going to be fine. But I was looking down the line and I was counting in my head who they liked and who they didn't like. And it's not my first time watching Drag Race. There were 6 of us up there, so I knew 3 top, 3 bottom. So I was looking and it was like they liked somebody, they didn't like somebody, they liked somebody. And I was doing the math. And then I was just like, okay, well, if they like Boa, I'm fucked. If they hate Boa, then I'm good. And they were like, you're so funny. We love your look. And I was like, I'm fucked. I'm fucking wrecked.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you expected to be in the bottom once the critiques had
Oh, I
happened.
knew.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew. I knew. Also, like, my outfit was falling apart. Like, they had to physically glue it back together before I walked on stage. Yeah, so basically what happened was I was about to walk out, my skirt fell off. And they were like, well, this is the rules of the game. Like, if it falls off, you have to still go out. And I grabbed a PA and I said, you will not fucking make me go out on TV in a pair of panties with a dress that fell off. You are going to glue this onto my body because this is how I walked out of the workroom. So this is what's going on stage. And they were
I love
like,
that.
okay. And so I was like, not fucking today, bro. So they glued it back on. And I was like, thank you. And then, so yeah, so I kind of like had a feeling. I was just like, I was a little, hot, and I was a
Mhm.
little hot before walking out, and also like it looked like shit, like it was bad. So like I have fucking eyes,
Mhm.
so it didn't look good. So I kind of expected it. Boa's looked worse, so like whatever. But
right. Yeah.
also, if you look back, she looked exactly like Pork Chop on season 1, episode 1. Like they looked like kindred spirits. So I was just like, it's meant to be, but just kidding, it wasn't. So then I was just like, I knew it was coming. So it was fine. Like, not that I didn't accept it, but it's just that's where things started to like snowball.
And what was going on through your head as you were lip syncing against Lemon?
I was fine after that. I had accepted that I was going home by then.
Got it.
So like for me, I was just like, I have one more opportunity to get a lot of work out of this.
Hmm. And
So I was just like, so I said, I'm just going to put on a show and this is what I do best. Cause like in Toronto at the time, I don't live downtown anymore, but at the time I was performing like 4 to 5 nights a week for 3 hours a night. Like we're like a lot of like, we're like New York girls. I was naive at the time. I didn't know New York girls worked as much as we did, but we kind of have a very similar working atmosphere where you do a lot in an evening. So for me, it was second nature. So I was just like, I'll do this. This is what I do. It's what I do best. And then I know if I do it well, I might win. And if I don't win, then at least I'm going to get bookings from it. But like, I remember we were backstage because they deliberate for a very long time. And for us, at least, they may do it different now, but we were put into a behind the stage so they could talk without us seeing it. And Lemon was like beside herself. Like she was like convulsing, bawling her eyes out. And I was, because she was like, they're going to send me home because everybody knows you. Everybody knows, you know, all the Canadian girls know Juice. They're all friends with you. Nobody knows who I am. So like they're going to get rid of the American. And I'm holding her like, babe, that's not the case. You know, like I'm consoling her. I'm like, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna have a great career. Like this is your season. Like it's my time to go. You're good. Like I was calming her down because I knew. And also like you might know this from other girls that you talk about. When you know, you can like know. Like it's just like a vibe in the room. You know, you just know when it's happening. If you're ever shocked that you're being sent home, you are in Delulu land. You know, so I was fully accepting where it was happening. And I remember actually a PA came up to me and told me to stop talking to Lemon as she was bawling her eyes out. And maybe this is why I haven't gotten All Stars. I got spicy. I said, shut up. Like, I'm going to keep consoling my friend. Like, you're already eliminating me. Like, I'm not going to fucking be quiet right now. Like, get fucked, you know?
Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Send me home?
Yeah, exactly. That actually happened at the finale. They came up to me. They were like, Juice, it's hard ice. I was like, what are you going to do? Send me home? Shut up. Yeah. What are you going to do? Send me home first? What are you going to do? You know, I'll keep talking. Thank you.
I love that. Oh my God. Okay. So let's get a little bit messy for a second. Do you feel like you were robbed being sent home first?
Robbed is a hard word for it. Because while I feel like everything happened for a reason, and while I feel like I did deserve to be in the bottom, I feel like I think me and Lemon both did a very good job on our lip sync. I do think that we both won. I won't say that I won over Lemon. I would have loved a double save.
It should have been.
I would have loved a double save, but obviously, like optics, they didn't have the episodes to be able to do that, and then that would have meant a double elimination down the line. And you know that Drag Race always has a list of who they want, you know. And I would rather been sent home first, have an iconic exit, than stayed on a double Shantae and then lost on a double elimination later. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking back. It's like, yeah, I feel good about everything. Also, it's now 5 years later, so I feel great about it all because I have a wonderful career. The only thing I feel robbed of is I spent so much fucking money and my looks were so fucking good. And it sucks that people didn't get to see them properly. But I still wear them all the time. So
Yeah.
As you should.
You know,
I
I
mean, you
mean,
pay
I
for
think,
it.
yeah,
exactly.
also, that's fair, right? I think because if you think of it from like our perspective as viewers, or even a lot of like, the time, like the American queens that, especially the ones that go home first, they spend all this time and all this energy with their package and then they don't get to show it. And so a lot of the criticism for a lot of the producers here were like, how do we like prolong before sending them home? Do we do like 3 episodes in and the first episode is like lip sync for like the win or something, but we still get to see the queens? And then maybe the fourth episode, that's when the official pork chop happens.
And they've started doing that, which I like. I do really like. I remember the first time they did it in Canada. Who was it? I forget. But one of the girls had gone home like episode 2 or 3. And I called them. I was like, get fucked. Like, get fucked. Fuck you.
I love that.
Yeah. Fuck you, bitch.
Being the pork chop and getting like an extra episode, yeah, I probably would have been pissed too.
If I got like 3 episodes and I was still pork, I'd be like, I'm good. You know, I got paid for 3 episodes. I got to show a bunch of looks, and then I got to go home and not sleep in a fucking freezing cold goddamn studio. No, but no, 1 episode, gross.
But I mean, your run on Canada's Drag Race is iconic. Obviously, we saw Minnie Wang, right, do your entrance.
Yeah.
And then actually got stuck on the tights, which I thought was so funny. Like, I'm like, it's meant to be.
She did that on purpose.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
All
she
right,
did that.
like,
I'm stuck. Yeah, no, she didn't actually get stuck.
I was like, oh my God, if she actually got stuck, that'd have been great.
No.
But also, like, I replay the moment when you was like, "Oh no, baby! Like, I'm gonna be ready for you. Like, I just need the blood to rush back to my head." And then you throw off the blanket, and you're like, "Okay, I'm ready. Let's go."
Yes,
that's great.
Thank
Iconic.
you. Yes, my little panic attack. So my anxiety is rooted in death and dying. So I've had a lot of therapy. So basically what we came to was my panic attacks come about when I'm put in extreme moments of like heat or cold or high emotions where my body doesn't realize what to do with fight or flight. So its flight is to like panic and freak out, and like my heart rate starts to rise and I like start to have a panic attack because in my mind I think I'm dying. So in that moment, I hadn't eaten all day, which is my fault because I was wearing such a small outfit and I didn't want to be bloated. And they gave us Chinese, like Chinese food from like a random like Chinese food place in Hamilton. So I was like, one, I'm gonna shit myself if you give me that. Like I already know I'm gonna dookie all over the place because like while it looks delicious, baby, I'm gonna fucking everywhere if I eat that. Not my stomach. And then two, I'm gonna be super bloated and I'm showing full midriff. So I was like, I'm okay. So I didn't eat. I was on no sleep. I was high stress, and I'm sure you guys have heard us talk about this. How cold it was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was. I can't describe how cold it was. Like, can't feel your fingers cold. Telling us to reshoot scenes because you could see our breath cold. Like freezing cold in there. And I remember during my elimination specifically, they were doing an unload. So they had opened the big bay doors to unload a bunch of stuff. So not
Mm.
only was the studio cold, but they had opened the outside in right next to the main stage during a polar vortex because this was filmed in November. So it
Yeah.
was freezing, so fucking cold. So like I'm cold, I'm in pain, I'm dying, I'm tired. The outfits, the CDs weren't dulled. So the next day, when I took a shower, there was stinging on my arm, and all here on my biceps were all
My
slices
God.
because the CDs had cut me open from walking and dancing. So
Hmm.
like I'm bleeding. So like it was just an accumulation of like all of these things that just kind of set me off, and it just took me a second to ground myself. Mind you, it was very fast on TV. It took quite a while on set.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
it took me like a good 20.
okay, wow.
It was a while. I was down there for a bit, but my favorite was Stacy. Don't panic. It's my favorite.
Not the deep voice. I love that.
I
Don't
was not
panic.
ready for that.
I
Don't
love that.
panic.
I was not ready for her deep voice. I love
I was
Stacey.
like, thank you for saving me, Stacy. You know
I love
exactly what
that.
to say. Don't panic. Oh, I'll just
Right.
stop. Okay, done.
Girl, I wish I had a Stacy in
Yes.
my life to tell me not to panic whenever I had a panic
Ev-
attack.
right now, every time I have a panic attack, I just think of Stacy. Don't panic.
Yes. I mean, you haven't heard my critique yet. That was my favorite. That was my favorite moment.
I was
She was
like,
so serious. Like,
did it, was it on the show where I said, we don't got to do that?
no, I
Did
don't
they,
think so.
oh, so she told me she liked it. And I said, we don't have to do that. You can say it's bad. Like, we don't have to play the game. Just because I had a panic attack, you have to tell me it's nice. Like, we can just be real. I've been through it. Just tell me it's ugly. Like, it's cool. Like, they cut that all out.
That'd have been great if they kept that in
Right? Because
because
I
it
was
makes
like,
sense that she says, no, 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 no. Like,
well,
it's
it's so
actually not a bad.
cute.
Yeah, yeah. That makes total sense now. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny too? Me and Alicia Cuthbert actually had worked together about a year prior to that. So I used to work on TV and film as a makeup artist, and
Hmm.
I was assisting on a movie called Goon 2. Not like Goon, but like the
I
hockey
was like,
player.
okay.
You were like, you're like, wow. No, no, no. Goon is a hockey. It's a Canadian hockey film, and Goon 2, she plays the love interest. So I was the assistant makeup artist on that for a few days, and I had these long nails on for Pride because it was June. And she saw my nails and she was just like, I love your nails. And I told her about my drag, and she like saw it. She's like, I love drag queens. So then when I heard it was her, I was like, oh my God, I wonder if she remember me. And then she didn't. Yeah.
Mm.
But she pity liked my outfits.
Okay, so let's now talk about your evolution, or I guess not really evolution, more of expansion. So
Mm,
you're now thriving in the gaming world. I'm a gamer. Will's not. He still thinks a PlayStation and Nintendo are the same exact thing.
they're close.
Not at all, but for him they are. But tell us, how did you get into that space, and was gaming always a passion for you?
I mean, yeah, gaming. I've always loved to game, and I've always loved to like board games or like
Mhm.
video games and stuff. It's always been something that I've really enjoyed. But then once the world locked down, I spent a lot more time playing video games because I had the time for it. I didn't really have the time before. I liked it, but I would always like I did one. I couldn't afford gaming systems. There was always other things that my money had to go towards, like drag or like feeding myself and shit. or schooling and things. So I was never able to keep up on gaming systems. But when I could, like, I loved to be able to play games when I could. But then once everything shut down and stuff, I got to spend a lot more time gaming. I fell back in love with it. And then I discovered Twitch again. And again, I discovered Twitch through like a bunch of my friends who had already started streaming. And I was like, this is actually really cool. Like, this would be really fun. I think it would make a lot of sense for me. It was also the perfect opportunity for me right out of Drag Race, because Willem had said recently, you have to find, and I'm just kind of like inferring what she had actually said, but you have to find who you are outside of the show.
Mhm.
You can't be a Drag Race girl who's famous because of Drag Race. You have to be a girl who was on Drag Race, who then people get to discover you and grow with you that way. So I saw that as a means to be like, this is what's special about me. This is a brand that I can grow. This is a brand that I can create, that I'm passionate about, that I'm good at. So I was able to kind of like fall into that. And I'm a Virgo, so I can't do things just like a little like, I've got to kind of go into it really nicely. So I took a long time. I built my entire PC myself. You can see it actually right here. Yeah, I built all this all by myself.
Cool.
Yeah. And then like I got 2 monitors, I got my keyboard, I have all my fun little aesthetic things, and I made sure everything was in place before I even started. Like, my Discord was up, my Twitch stream was already, I was like researching like how to be a streamer and like how the politics in it, talking to my friends about it. So like I went in as prepared as I could be, because a lot of girls started streaming in 2020 with me and they didn't realize, one, how much work it is. It's an incredible amount of work. It is such an undertaking, especially if you want it to be successful, especially if you want to have people on your stream. So like for me, it was like I had to go in it in a sense of like knowing how much work it was going to be and knowing that it was going to be something that I really had to put my all into. So I don't stream as much anymore just because life changes and things evolve. And now I stream more kind of when I want to as a passion, because it's no longer my main source of income. But I still love it and I still get to do it when I do it, and it's great. Me and Jackson stream a lot together. And yeah, I forget where I was going.
It's all good. It happens to us all the time
Listen,
too.
Yeah,
that.
We do this.
So
I
I'm
rambled. My bad.
It's
no,
all good.
you're
It
good,
happens
girl,
to us.
all the time. But I'm actually kind of curious, what games are in heavy
Yep,
rotation for you right now?
you're back. Your mic turned off for a second, but it came back. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, no, no worries. So, what games are in heavy rotation for you at the moment?
So I just finished Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. Big fan of that one. That was incredible. I also just finished Split Fiction with Jackson. I had a really good time with that.
I haven't played that, but I want to try that.
So good.
I need to try that.
Oh, it's so good. Especially if you liked It Takes Two. Like, Split Fiction is just like so fun, and it's like an evolution of what It Takes Two was, and it has aspects of it that are still so beautiful. The story is kind of mid, but like I'm not looking for a great story for a game like that. I'm just looking for something fun. And that's kind of where I left off with my games, because I went right into Pride season. I haven't had time to even think about food. So I haven't been able to play anything. But I really want to play, oh my god, what is it called? It's oh no.
It happens.
She'll
I knew it
just
was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen when the audio started messing up. Yeah. Still jump back on. Literally happens. And I edit it in post. Literally happens all the time.
Oh fears. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. Happens all the time.
She'll
And then
just
the
pop
guest
back in.
sometimes, yeah, and then the guest feels bad, right? And then so I'll see it pop up on my Mac. She's like, fuck. And I'm like, well, girl, like, you don't want to pay your bill. You gotta get your life together. You don't pay your bill. It's not my fault.
Do I just keep talking?
Yeah, just keep talking. It's totally fine. Shit, I told you. See,
Hi
I told you.
sister.
She'll pop right back in like
Hi
nothing happened
sister. Did you
all
pay
the
your
time.
bill?
And then you can't hear her audio.
I can't hear you. This
It
happens
happens
every time.
every time. Yeah.
Fear.
When we know, like, I know it's a good episode if we don't have any, like, connectivity issues. It'd be amazing. Yeah. So
Are you
good.
back?
Nope. Yeah. She'll figure it out. Yeah.
Muted. Can I
Yeah.
unmute her?
I don't think so. Yeah, she'll figure it out. It doesn't faze me. Like, I love having, like, I just go and have the conversation and I'm like, yeah, that's what happens. Yeah. Riverside does not like Jawani at all. Like,
Riverside used to have problem with my audio. Like, even now it sounds slightly robotic.
Hear me now.
Hi sister.
There we go. I'm back.
That's
see?
okay. So the game I was gonna say, it's called Stage Fright.
I have that one.
So Stage Fright is basically it's a co-op game, so it's couch co-op, or you can play a co-op over like the internet, and it's very cute. Like it's very like Little Nightmares kind of, and it's split screen, so the same way that Split Fiction and everything is played. But I guess it uses aspects of real fear of being in front of people, and it uses voice recognition with your mic. So I guess like sometimes you have to sing and sometimes you have to do like speeches and stuff. Like that's what I've heard about it. Like that's like little things that I've heard about this game. So I'm really excited for it because like how scary it is to like sing a song in front of people, you know?
Be terrifying. But I also love when games are able to incorporate like that mic into the actual gameplay. Like
Yeah.
what was that Alien? I forgot which Alien game exactly. Where like if you
Where they can hear
yes,
you.
and they will chase you if you like even just whisper something. The alien will find you. Like
A streamer's worst
that
nightmare
or like
because we're yapping the whole
that.
time.
I remember I was playing that once and I was completely silent and my cat came and meowed. The bitch made me fucking die.
Dead.
Yeah. I was so pissed. I was so pissed that she made me die just because she fucking meowed.
A yapper's
Yeah.
nightmare. I love it. Oh my God. So fun. Yeah.
Yes.
So
So I have
that's,
a question. And
yes.
so like don't drag me.
Dragon.
No.
Because like so we're talking like no, because we're talking about like PCs and like consoles. And so I just want to know what exactly is a PC.
Like a computer, like a desktop computer.
So
Yeah.
I knew that. But like all
That's
this
okay.
time I thought it was like something different.
Nope.
Like that you play, and then I'm like, oh, maybe you play a PC. I don't know. I was
Well,
confused.
So a PC is a desktop computer, is more like a Windows computer. A PC like a Windows versus a Mac. So you can have a desktop Mac, but Mac desktops aren't great for gaming. PCs are a lot better for
Got it.
gaming because they're it's almost like a Switch for, you're not going to understand that reference, but it's like a Switch versus a PlayStation 5. They're very different capacities. You
yes,
understood
yes,
that.
fully. I built my
Yeah.
brother's PC.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you get
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that was
Did you put a Funko Pop in it? It's my
I
favorite
did
thing to
not.
do.
Oh my God, I should have done that. No, but this was like five
It's so cute.
years ago,
Hmm.
and I built it for him. And I felt confident the whole time because I'm great with building things. I'm great with instructions and stuff like that. I was looking
Yeah.
up videos. I was like, yes, I got this. And then the one part that he wanted to do because he's like, no, wait, this is my computer. Like I want to say I built a part of
Oh
it.
no.
He messed it up. And then two pieces. I don't exactly remember what pieces it was. I just remember like when it came down to the final steps, it was not fitting together, and he's like freaking the
No.
fuck out. And I'm like, I know I did everything right. So then I go to check his piece, and I'm like, girl,
That's not
you
right.
messed it up, not me. But I fixed it real quick.
Do you know what's so
Yeah.
funny? My computer used to like randomly like shut down and turn off, and I was like, what is happening? Like, what is wrong? And then finally I opened it up, and do you know how like, so when you build a PC, there's a motherboard. So it's like a flat chip, like that's like
Yeah.
this big, and you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
basically plug things in, just like Lego, you just plug things into it, and that's how you build a PC. So I plugged one of the things in halfway, and I didn't just press it so it made a click. And it was like that for like 6 months. So like randomly I just went in and I just like pushed it and it went click. And then my computer was fine ever since. And I was like, my God, I dealt with this issue for 6 fucking months. And it was because I just didn't push it in hard enough. That makes me crazy. But
That's wild.
yeah,
That's
but building
wild.
PC is so fun. It's like building Legos, but then it works after.
What?
I knew what the motherboard was because of Cyber Chase on
Not cyber
PBS.
chase.
Right, right. So like, yeah. So I was like, okay, I know some
Yeah, you get
things.
it. You get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things about like building PCs that you would just randomly know. Like, as the moment you hear these things, you're like, oh, I know what that word is, and then you just like just drop it in or twist it in. Like, it's so surprisingly simple to build it.
Yeah. So speaking of games, right? And so you host the It's Dangerous to Go Along podcast. I don't know why I can't speak right now.
That's okay.
It won a Canadian podcast award, right? Which is major because Joanna and I we can like have a nice little trophy on our desk one day. But what made you want to start the podcast? And then also like what made you like choose like Jackson to be your co-host?
So Jackson and I used to co-stream a lot. It got to the point where we co-streamed almost every Saturday, and we just really enjoyed spending time together. We really enjoyed gaming together, but then like it got to the point where there was just not a lot of games left for us to play. And I started streaming less because I was just getting a lot busier with drag. Like the world was opening back up and I was traveling a lot, and it was hard for me to get online as much, especially on a weekend. And we live in different time zones. I go to bed so early. Jackson streams until like 2 in the morning for me. So like it was hard for us to be able to connect. So one day we were talking And we wanted to allot ourselves like 1 hour a week to just hang out, just to be pals, just to be friends, just to be able to hang out and see each other, because he lives 5 hour flight away. And so I don't get to see him as often, but I love him and he's one of my closest friends. So I wanted to have that time. So we were talking and he was telling me about like his, like what he wants to get into in his dreams and like where he wants to go with his career. And I was talking and I told him, I was basically like, well, I'm still really riding this Canada's Drag Race high of like where, because this was back, we started, I think in 2022, 2023. So it's still pretty fresh, So I was just like, I'm still, quite popular and things are going still really well. I haven't hit my flop era yet. So like, if you'd like to, how about we maybe think about starting like a gaming podcast? Because I would like to get into gaming more as a brand. I would love to expand. You know more about it. You're into journalism and like it would help you in aspects of your career. So like, would you be interested in that? And he was like, you know what? I think so. And then like we lingered on it for a couple weeks. And then finally one day he went, fuck it, let's just do it. And now we just have an hour reserved once a week for him and I to just like sit and chat about a topic and have a really nice time and make each other laugh. And then like he edits it because I'm too busy and he's really good at it and a little bit controlling. Because if I were to do it, he'd be like, this is wrong. Yeah. So, and then he edits it and he makes these fun little clips. And yeah, it's just, we don't really worry too much about the numbers because then it would take the passion and the joy out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that's great because it's the same dynamic that Joanna and I have. I do all the heavy lifting and he just shows up, and some days he has makeup on, other days, he doesn't. So it really depends on like how he
I
feels.
fully had a full look today. Like I had finished my makeup and then I was just about to put on the lashes. I could not find my normal lash glue, which is a clear lash glue that I love and I live for. So I grabbed one that came with a pack of lashes I had bought like a week ago, but it was black. It was, one of those that like is black so you can't see it over the eyeliner. Yeah. Like it was something like that. And my hand slipped and the black went on the eyeshadow. And I had no time. This was literally like 10 minutes before I jumped on. And I had no time to fix it. So I was like, fuck. So I just grabbed the makeup wipe and I was
You
like,
Yeah.
this is
washed your
coming
face.
off. Yeah.
So you had time to wipe your face
I just
down.
really quickly, I was like, this is coming off. I was like, nope.
Yeah. The way this she paints,
The way I
child,
paint.
we'll be here
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, sister, take that wipe and scoop off the black and put
No,
more eyeshadow on. You're done.
no, not this one.
No.
Nope, not at
So,
all.
do you know what's funny? I was teaching a makeup class a few weeks ago. I used to be a makeup artist at Mac and film and TV. So I have a long history of like teaching makeup seminars. So now I teach a lot of drag makeup classes. So schools will hire me to come and teach makeup because I'm beautiful and it's very difficult being this gorgeous. So I have to teach others how to do it. So I'm standing in front of the class, I'm talking. It's me and Isis Couture. And I take my glue out, and it had been a while since I had painted. I was the winter. I don't work a lot during the winter. So I take my glue out and I unscrew it and I'm trying to push it out, but it's got a seal. So it's like it's not coming out. So I'm like talking and I'm pushing harder. I'm pushing harder. And I'm like, it's really weird. This isn't coming out. So instead of coming out this way, it comes out backwards. It hits me. My makeup's almost done by July. It hits me inside my eye, around my eye, down my face, down my lip, on top of my head, and behind me, there's about a 100-inch TV, maybe a 120-inch TV, and it goes all down the TV. Brand new TV in this like university classroom. And I go, oh my God. And as a consummate professional, everybody starts freaking out. Like Isis Couture is doing the class with me. She starts freaking out. She's like, oh my God. And I'm like, guys, it is fine. Here is how you fix it when you cover yourself in black liquid glue. And then I just like, ga, 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 and 10 minutes later, it's like it never happened.
I mean, work. I mean, that was great.
Yeah. My eye was a little bit red, but I just covered it in glitter and called it a day.
I love that. I mean, that is a consummate professional for sure.
Thank you. Next time, put glitter on it.
See, I should have done that. But I was just pissed because I was like, fuck, I just spent like an hour and a half on this. And now I need to like wipe this off.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Because speaking of drag, right? Obviously, we talk about drag makeup. Jamani wants to do drag. And so, yeah, we literally tell him all the time that he just needs to rip the band-aid off and just do it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
You talk to enough drag
I really
queens.
do though.
Just do
Like,
it.
I mean, we're surrounded by drag queens in New York. I have a
Let's do
drag
it.
mama. It just really is about just
Who?
Lanye Armand. She's from New York, local queen. Yeah, she's great. She's fantastic. We love her. She was one of our biggest supporters when we started the podcast. Yeah, she shone the spotlight on us right away. So I love her, and she's great. But yeah, I just need to
Hi,
follow her
mom.
advice and just rip off the band-aid and just go out there with some titties and a
Just do
wig.
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I did it. I was surrounded by drag queens. I was partying all the time with them. I was hanging out with them. I was sitting in the dressing room. So I thought, I could do this. And then here I am.
Wow.
So just do it.
Yes. So yeah, okay. So obviously we talked about this before we started recording, but I love the dynamic between you and Jax because I think it reminds me of like Giovanni and myself. Yet, we're both queer, so like it's different. He can talk about like Jax can talk about like straight stuff, which makes it also really funny too. But my favorite moment was the latest episode that, you two have, where Jax was just so concerned about his butt being bigger. And then, right? And then he was like so mad that he wasn't being objectified. And
Yeah.
so that is a different perspective that I'm like, wow, I never really realized that, sometimes when we do hit on the straight men, they actually really like that. And when we don't, they feel the type of way.
It's funny because he kind of plays it up. Uh, like sometimes he'll be coming to my brunch. He'll be like, "You're not going to take my shirt off, right?" And I'm like, "This is you asking me.
That
This is you telling me to do it. Like now I'm not going to because you want me to." And
Yeah.
he's like, "No, no, like yeah, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. I think it's gonna make me uncomfortable."
that's like full
Use
on
it.
reverse psychology right there. He's like, no, I'm not
Yeah,
comfortable
he
with
does it.
that. Oh, I love that. I love that.
Oh, I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. But I guess. So he's so weird, but he's so funny. And he's just like there for a good time. Like he's very much, and he cares just so deeply. Like I remember he texted me, there was during that, remember last year, or was it 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago. There was these protests all over. I don't know if it was in the States. It was all over Canada for like, trans people. It was like a anti-trans march. Also notice I have my Protect
Yes,
the Doll
love it.
shirt on.
Yes. Love that.
Very
Love
fun.
that.
It's not the official one because that was $200.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this was made by a Cricket.
Wait,
Actually, it's so funny because I have a few of the dolls on my shirt because so
Oh, yes, you
this
do.
is yeah, so this is my I forgot, I think his name is Design Nerd. So shout
Mhm.
out to that. He has an Etsy store. And so this is the Paris is Burning. You ever seen the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
the cover photo? So it has all of the like the main characters in that like Paris is Burning, and then he made them into X-Men characters.
Oh my god,
So
layers.
yeah. So yes.
Layer.
So you have like Octavia St. Laurent, she's like Storm, is like Pendavis, she's here. So it's a whole bunch of the girls like on my shirt.
Boots. I love that. But I remember that was happening and they were happening all over Canada. And he texted me. He was just like, I'm going to those marches today and I'm really angry. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm worried. Like I'm gonna act out like I'm really angry. And I'm like, Jackson, I just want you to remember that you are a big white straight guy. And he's like, but I'm so angry for other people. And I'm like, I know. So he just cares so deeply. And he's just the best. Like I love that boy. He's
Yeah.
yeah,
great.
listen,
I love that.
we
Yeah.
love when people use the privilege for the right reasons.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah. Sometimes he like falls into his little like isms where he doesn't understand something, but then like you explain it and he goes, "Oh, okay." And
I
he's
love
like
that.
just fixes it right away. Yeah, he never questions it. He never like does that weird white guy devil's advocate
Hmm.
thing. You know when white guys love to do
Yes,
that?
I hate that.
He doesn't he it makes me fucking crazy, like just want to fucking but he never does that. He's just always wants people to be cared for and loved and comfortable.
Okay.
And speaking of privilege, right, make sure you use your privilege to go and watch Jackson and Juicebox on their Patreon podcast. And while you're out there, like, make sure you subscribe to ours because ours is only going to be $5. Super cheap. Super cheap, especially in this economy.
In
Inflation is
Trump's
real.
economy?
So, like, we made, right, in Trump's America, inflation
Exactly.
is real. Okay. So we
Listen,
made it cheaper than a latte.
we have a $5 tier too.
Yep. Like,
That was
ours
so
is $5.
funny. Ours
You
is just
know,
$5. I love that.
Yeah.
welcome to the friend group, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
it's just $5.
Just give me $5.
So,
Let me
so
borrow
yeah.
it. I love that. Oh my god, fun.
Okay. So, time to pivot a little bit back to drag. So, Canada's Drag Race is, hosted by, Miss Brooklyn Heights herself. What would you, yes,
Auntie,
I
yeah.
love Brooklyn Heights. She's one of my favorite drag queens of all time.
Me too.
But what do you think sets Canadian drag apart from US drag or from drag from all over the world, I guess?
I think we have our own kind of special way of doing things because we are so closely knit into American drag culture, but we are Canadians at the end of the day. So we have our kind of way of doing things. Also, the like Toronto drag, like we have our marathon drag girls, we have our show girls, and stuff. When Vancouver is a lot more like they're just hot girls, there's a lot of like artistic sense of it, but there's a lot more like I just find that they're more about a hot look. Like they just like the girlfriend experience. Venus, Cynthia Kiss, Kendall Gender. Like you get more of that like very beautiful, like they just always look good. Montreal's very artistic, So I feel like we're very multifaceted in the sense of like we have these different pockets of this beautiful spectrum of drag. In Alberta, they're conservatives. So, I mean, I'm kidding. Not all.
I
I'm
mean,
joking. I'm joking. Alberta's like our
I was
Texas. So
about to say
that's
it's
why I
like
was
the
saying it.
I
But
Midwest.
literally just said that in my head. I was like,
you were like,
Alberta's like
you're Texas.
Texas.
They're just Texas. Yeah. No, but all the girls are there. All the girls there are just, they're not like that. But I'm saying like the province itself. But yeah, we just have such a cool way of doing things. And we are very, because we're so much smaller. We're so much smaller. Like our whole country is just New York, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole like we don't have like the population, while it's a country and it's a large country, our population is spread out over all of it. So like I think if you Google it, like you guys, like I think in like one section of the US is like almost all of Canada. So like we don't have a lot of gay bars. We don't have a lot of places for us to work. So like the fact that people can do full-time drag in Toronto is a very big deal because you're not able to do that in a lot of spaces in the city, in the country. So yeah, I would say that. I feel like we respect drag a little bit more because we know how much of a privilege it is to be able to do this successfully in our country.
Love that. Now, I'm kind of curious. If you got the call to be on Canada versus the World or Canada All Stars or even the UK versus the World, would you go back? Because the world needs more juice.
But yeah. Yeah, I used to say no. Now I think I'm ready. Now I feel better. I actually like I get a lot of so we have a lot of people within the community who like gift us things, which is so always so sweet. So I have a lot of like nails right now by Funeral Face
Mhm.
Nails. So I've been saving them, I've been hoarding them because I'm just like, if I ever get on the show, then I have these
Oh my
nails.
God.
And then like I remember my friend Wig Zaddy used to make wigs for a lot of people in Canada, and he retired out of wig making. So I got all of his old synthetic wigs unstyled. So I just have bags and bags of wigs. So I'm like, okay, so my wigs are done. So now I just have to get them styled.
Mhm.
And then I have sponsors ready to sponsor me. So it's just like, okay, so I have sponsors too. So it's just like I've got all the bones to it. I'm also not saying if I get on anymore. I say when I get on. Manifesting.
Crave, give her a call.
So
Love
we're
that.
yeah. So it's like, okay, so
Right.
when I'm on All Stars, so
Yes.
when I'm going there, so when I win, because I found the first part where I went wrong is when I went back, or when I went there for the first time. I was talking to my husband and I said, there's 3 spaces that I want. First place, pork chop. 5th place, because fan favorite is always 5th place, lemon,
True.
or
Yeah.
winner, Priyanka. So those were what I wanted, and I got the pork chop. The girl who lip synced against me got 5th place. And Priyanka, who I actually worked very, very close with, her and I were on a Spice Girls cover band together for a few years prior. We had been working very steadily until we got to Drag Race. Was the winner. So like, it was just like, that's actually super fucking cool,
I love that.
So it was, yeah.
And so, I mean, if Crave doesn't put you back on an all-star season, they can give you like your own show because I think it is comedic gold to see you deadlift these queens.
Thank you.
Like we have to,
I was
like either
supposed
we
to
have to make
deadlift
this like
Boa
a,
last night and she was too tired.
we have to make this a YouTube series. It has to be a show like something because you've picked up Perla, what Aurora
That wasn't
Metrics,
very hard.
sure, we love Perla, Michaela Couture. She tried, like she tried. Michaela
Okay,
was like,
here's my
"We're-"
thing. I would have gotten it, but she loosened her core and she went like this, so it made it so
yeah,
much harder. So I was watching later. I was just all of my coaches, because I show my coaches right at the gym. They were like, "Her core wasn't tight. You would have gotten that. Her core wasn't tight." I was just like, "Okay, I knew it. I knew it."
yeah, yeah.
So
You could
yeah,
tell she was like, "Oh my god, is
she
this
freaked
happening right
out.
now? Is this happening?" And then
Because
she's like,
it happened again at the gym. I was at the gym and one of the old ladies that I work out with. So I work out with a lot of old ladies. One of the old ladies goes, "Can you lift me?" So I went, "Sure, I'll lift you." So then I went to do it, and then she freaked out when she left the ground. So she like flopped like this, and then I bailed, and she was like, "Oh my god, you actually were gonna do it." I was like, "You asked me to lift you." So I
it's
love,
such
yeah,
it.
it's so
It's so
fun.
creative. It's so fun. It's different, right? Like nobody else is doing that, and so I think it's a really great just concept. So
Yeah,
you
because
got
I'm like
something going on
I'm
with
a little fitness diva. I'm a deficit right now, so I look a little bit small, but
yeah, my
that's fine.
yeah. The only
Yeah.
gym I know is paying for it because it boosts my credit.
You know what? Boots. I love that.
Yeah, it just makes my credit look really good because
That's
it's like
great.
steady. It just comes on my account every month, so it feels like
Listen,
it's an on-time payment.
listen, it keeps you consistent in some way. So that's
Yes.
all that matters. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm a Gemini, so it's really hard for me to like stay with like one thing. So
Yeah.
like I can go to the gym and then I have to have like motivation, even though your body should be like your motivation, but it's different.
No, it's different. For
And
a
then I have to
Gemini, it's
go,
so different.
yes, I keep telling people. Then I need like visual motivation. So I need to see somebody who I'm like, yes, at the gym. And if I don't see that person all the time, I'm gonna be like, why am I riding this bicycle? Who am I riding this bicycle for?
Geminis are
Yeah.
it's a journey.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah,
It's a
it's true.
journey.
It's hard. It really is hard. But what's not hard is our next game. And we're calling this Boxed In. Obviously, juice box, boxed in, like
Cute.
death. And it is our version of rapid fire.
Okay.
So same thing like we did with this or that. The games are pretty similar, but for here, it's 10 questions. And really, we just want the first answer that pops into your head.
I'm ready.
Okay. So question number one is which video game character would make the best drag queen?
The best drag queen?
Yes.
My God, Peach. Princess Peach.
Thank you.
That's cheating. She's already a drag queen.
I
Huh?
Peach
mean,
is already a drag
Is
queen.
she?
she is
Kind
fine.
of. I mean,
I mean,
Well, but that's what makes her the best
I
one.
guess.
She has the
Fine, fine,
experience.
fine.
She has a whole video game dedicated to her changing outfits every other like her I mean her Infinity Nikki and Bayonetta, you know, but I'm going to say Princess Peach.
right. Love that. That was my choice. So now we have wig reveal during a lip sync or a plot twist reveal in a video game.
A plot twist.
Yeah, kind of figure that.
I just like I don't care.
Take a wig off or not. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, your wig came off. Okay.
Season
Yeah,
17.
like I couldn't see the little bit of it slipping anyway because you can't glue it down. Like it's cool. You know.
Okay. So you get to live in one video game universe. What's your pick?
One video game universe, what's my pick? Oh my god. And I have to be fast? Kingdom Hearts.
All right. That's not a bad video game choice. Okay.
Yeah, it's
You
like
like that universe.
it's like I'm in Disney World like all year round.
Okay. So which one would you feel to be more stressful? A boss battle or getting ready in 20 minutes for a gig?
Boss battle.
Which boss battle?
I can get ready in
Funny.
20
I can go.
Which boss
Yeah.
battle? Ganondorf from Zelda, any of them. It stresses me out so much my palms start sweating. Jackson has to do it for me. I'm always like, but yeah, I can get ready in 20 minutes. Easy.
That would be
Yeah.
Giovanni can't do that.
Okay.
He can't do that. No. So yeah. So what game makes you scream the most when you're playing it?
What game makes me scream the most when I'm playing it?
And it could be scream at it in a good way or scream at it in a bad way.
So I've screamed a lot during Overcooked.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've screamed a lot during Overcooked. Also Among Us. A lot of screaming.
Have you ever, fuck, what's the name of the game where you're all attached together? I always forget the name of it.
Oh my God, yes. I screamed at Jackson so much playing that. Pico
That
Park
one, yes. Oh my God.
or Chained Together.
No,
Are you talking about Chained Together or
Pico
Pico
Park.
Park?
Pico Park. Anytime I play that
Okay,
with,
have you played
I
Chained
have not.
Together?
I have not. I have not. I'm gonna look that up right after this. But Pico Park,
Okay, so Chained Together, yes, Pico Park fucked me up. I was going to kill Jackson. But Chained Together is essentially you and a person. You are chained together, escaping from hell. So it's a 3D
wait, I think I
platformer,
have seen that.
and you climb up to escape hell. And if you do one wrong jump, you both fall back to the bottom of hell. My fucking God, it was so fucking stressful. It got to the point where we weren't laughing anymore. And I was like, if you fucking jump off this, I'm going to end the stream. I was like, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. But yeah, Pico Park 2.
Love that. So choose your drag weapon. Is it a magic staff, a laser gun, or a frying pan?
Can I pick something else? High heel shoe with a knife on
Oh
the
my
end.
God, yes. Oh, the Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Yes.
The girls in Ottawa used to fight by taking their shoe off and hitting guys with the pointed stiletto.
I love that.
Oh, I
I
love that.
love
I
that.
know. Ottawa girls are like, ISIS is from
Yeah.
Ottawa,
Oh.
if that helps you visualize it.
Yeah, yeah. It's very Tekken. Live for that. Anna Williams. See, I play video games.
You
So,
did it.
it's a-
Good for you.
it's a them.
It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
doesn't count.
If you could collab True. Mortal Kombat is my fave. If you can collab with one game for a drag look, who would it be?
Ooh, I would do. I mean, I've always wanted to do a Sora from Kingdom Hearts look. Like I've always wanted to do that, like Kingdom Hearts 2, like Sora or Naminé or something. I've always wanted to do something like that. But I already said Kingdom Hearts, so I want to say something different. I would do what would look so cool? I'm blanking. Wait,
You
wait.
got this. You
I've
got
got
this.
this. Let me look at my games. Ooh, Marvel Rivals.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be fierce.
Yes. See now
Yeah.
I would get like a PlayStation just to play Marvel Rivals.
What are you
Like I
what are
would
you
just
what are you recording on right now?
on my Mac.
Yeah, get a
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun and it's free.
Yeah. I want it because of the skins. So like I've seen like some of the Storm skins, I've seen some of like the Emma Frost skins. I'm
Storm
like, oh
is
my
hard to play. She's not the easiest because not only are you controlling her going front to back, but you're also controlling her flying. So she's a little bit hard to play. Emma
that's
Frost is
racist.
easier.
That's racist.
That's racist. That's racist.
That's that's
Emma
so
Frost is
racist.
an easier person to play because she's just on the ground.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's racist. They would make Storm the most difficult character. So you
It's not. She's just a harder character. All flying
okay.
characters are more difficult. Like Iron Man is a very difficult character to play. Spider-Man is the hardest one to play. And he's just a twink.
Spider-Man in the what was it? The original Spider-Man PlayStation game that they released a few years ago, like the original face model, such a twink. I hate the remodel that they did.
Such a
Yeah,
twink.
such
Such
a
a
twink.
twink. I mean, but Spider-Man 1 and 2 and Miles Morales are some of my favorite
Same,
PlayStation games, though.
same. I love that game.
Love,
I
love
know.
that.
They're so
Love that.
fun. And I love a twink. So, like,
Giovanni does. Giovanni does. Me, I
listen.
like
Sometimes they're fun
like
to
a
have
little.
around.
This is true. I like a nice fat ass. But that's just me.
Yeah.
But some
But when a
twinks
twink,
nowadays have.
but
Yeah,
sometimes when a twink talks, it's like,
yeah. Yeah.
stop.
Um, right. So, what is one game that you're terrible at, but you keep playing anyway?
Ooh, Marvel Rivals. I'm not the best at it, but I have a really good time when I play. I am not great at Dead by Daylight,
Ooh,
but I would still play. I played it for a number of years, but I'm not
yeah.
great at it. And I would say literally most games. Like I play on
Mm,
story mode. Yeah. Here's my thing. I think games should be an inclusive space for everybody. And I think if there is a game mode that is so fucking easy, so everybody can play it, I think that is the best way to make a game. Like Elden Ring, get fucked. There is no setting for Elden Ring. It's just hard or super fucking hard. That's it. That's it. It feels so elitist, you know? Like have inclusivity in your game.
I've tried playing that game 5 different times. I've never gotten to the end of it because I always get stuck somewhere and I just can't get out of it.
Because it's
It
too
is, it is. And
hard,
I just get
you
stuck
know?
somewhere. I get stuck in the loop because I keep dying and it sends me back to that place and I didn't save earlier and I'm like, fuck. And I have to restart.
Exactly. Or like the one who does it the best is The Last of Us 1 and 2. They have so many inclusive parts of their game for people with like disabilities or people who are just not good gamers to be able to still play and have a good time and still be able to enjoy the story that anybody can play it. You know? So like I was able to set the game to a point where I could still play and enjoy myself. But then like say if I was having a lot of trouble, I could scale it back, make it a little bit easier for me to be able to play and then get it back to my normal settings. You know? And I think that that is a perfectly fine way to play games because it is a game. Like it's not that fucking serious,
yeah.
you know?
All right. So, which drag race queen, other than you, would slay in a gaming competition?
A gaming competition, like playing
Like a
games,
tournament.
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
tournament. Who's a big gamer? Oh my God. Who else is a gamer in well, I know like do you mean Canada or
Yeah. It could be Canada. It could be anyone.
well, I know Rock'em Sakura is a big gamer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So she would be really good. I feel like who else is a big gamer? I mean, she doesn't really do drag anymore, but like Cameron Michaels, she would be really good. She's starting her Twitch stream really soon, actually. That's kind of fun.
Nice.
I've been helping her, like giving her little bits of advice on Twitch and stuff and things. Yeah, Jasmine
Jasmine's a
Kennedy,
huge
I
gamer.
think would be
Yes.
really good. Jasmine's a huge
Yes.
gamer. Put her in a Roblox competition, and she's gonna eat
Yes.
it.
That's our
Yeah,
sis. We love Jasmine.
yeah,
We love
love
Jasmine.
of Jasmine. Jasmine was one of the. Do you know when you meet American girls? Sorry, as a Canadian, sometimes you meet an American girl and they act like an American girl.
I love that.
You know, they
Yes,
act.
we know exactly what
Do you
that
know what I
is.
mean
Yes, yes.
by
Yes.
that? I don't need to explain
No.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jasmine was never like that. Jasmine was so kind and so sweet, and like she talked to me like we had been friends for years, and like this was our first time meeting. And just like I was just so like I love this person. Like she's so sweet and so kind and so just like gentle, a little all over the place. Not really sure where her mind. It was like her mind was going a mile a
Fully,
minute.
fully,
Yeah,
yeah. But we
yeah.
love that about her. Like
Oh yeah,
that's why we love her.
yeah.
Yes.
So I was just like, okay, this is just like Jasmine. But yeah, she was I was such a big fan. So I really enjoy her a lot. I haven't seen her since like I think it was 2 drag cons ago. She's great, big fan.
Yeah, yeah. We love her. I was just at a viewing party yesterday with like we go every Friday, and she hosts the viewing party. So Jasmine is just a ball of energy.
She's the best. She's really
Yeah, yeah,
sweet. I know. I want to
yeah.
come to New York, but once the orange guy leaves, I'll
Oh,
come.
girl, that might be a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a,
Yeah, I'm
it's gonna be,
The
texting
way
you. It
he's
might be a
setting
bit.
things up.
it's gonna be all of us.
Yeah, it might be. It might be a few
Yeah,
years,
unfortunately.
but that's fine. I'll wait.
Or
It'll be lovely when I visit. It'll be so
yeah,
nice.
or like never. Because at this point, he's setting it up so he never leaves. Story for a different day.
Yeah, that's a different topic.
And then lastly, what would be your gamer snack of choice? Because apparently, I think that's the thing. Like when you're like in the zone, you need like a little snack next to you to like do it.
Ooh, I'm a chip girl.
Mm.
I love like a kettle chip.
Oh my God, yes.
Like like a. Do you guys have Miss
We
Vicky's?
do. I love Miss Vicky's jalapeno. Ooh,
Yeah. So like I
We do.
yeah. Oh my god,
We
Miss
do.
Vicky's
yes.
What's
jalapeno.
up?
Oh, it's so good. So I like a Miss Vicky's. We have this chip brand called Covered Bridge as well. That's from I think it's Nova Scotia. Those are like a kettle chip. Their dill pickle one is really
Ooh,
good. So I love a chip. Like I love like a chip to nibble on when I play games because something about the crunch is very satisfying when I play.
Love that.
Yeah.
okay. Obsessed.
All right. Well, thank you for playing Boxed In. That was so nice.
No
Cute
worries.
answers.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
that. No worries,
yeah.
babe.
That was everything, Juice Box. Thank you so much for joining us. It was lovely having you.
Oh, we're all done.
Yes, yeah. You're so smart,
Oh,
funny,
fierce. Okay.
vulnerable, and still one of the fiercest queens to ever grace the stage of Drag Race of any franchise.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank
yes.
you.
So let the friends know where they can find you online and where they can support you.
So you can find me on any of my socials. So I'm either Juicebox TTV, Juicebox Official, or Juicebox Queen. I can never get the same one because there's too many strippers who have my name. So it's hard to get a just solid Juicebox on any kind of social. So find one of those. I'm the
Yeah.
pink crossdresser. And you can also follow me on my Twitch page. I haven't been streaming a lot lately, but I stream when I stream. So look out for notifications when I do come on. You can follow mine and Jackson's podcast. It's dangerous to go alone. We have episodes coming out every Saturday and Friday. They come out on Patreon. That might be wrong. But we talk about gaming. We talk about gay stuff. We talk about straight stuff. And it's mostly Jackson gaslighting me for an hour.
Love that.
So if you like hot straight guys gaslighting you, this is the podcast for you. That's
Yeah.
it.
That should be the slogan. Like, there you go.
Hot straight guys gaslighting you. And there's so many twinks who are like, that's exactly what I want.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard her here, right? Go follow, go subscribe, and show love. And if you liked our episode, make sure you subscribe to No Ma'am on YouTube, drop a comment, and if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for being a friend. Well, can I say that because that may be a Golden Girls reference, and I don't want to get like sued for
Ooh,
copyright.
Thank
But
you for being a
I
friend.
won't sing the tune, right? Or maybe I'll sing like that black guy when he made the version and he like did the soul behind it.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, it was really he took it to church. But as always, friends, this is No Ma'am, and have a good one, friends.